related power up more frequent and lasting longer. Portable generator. Power plate. Some runs on propane forecast. Set it up outside.
What's going on? I'm trying to see if there's a storm going toward the East Coast. Is that what I'm trying to figure out? I got to get through this ad, and I'm not gonna skip it because they got to make money. I get that. I can't skip. Hold on.
It is going to be a weekend spoiler for a lot of you from North Carolina up in Atlantic and parts of the Northeast. It is sitting off the southeast coast. Now, this is getting its action.
Tropical storm.
And could likely become a tropical storm this weekend before moving inland. There's a look at tropical storm warnings that we have along the North Carolina.
North Carolina to Virginia. Charleston might get some too. Wilmington, that's where they're expecting it to kind of. You guys are gonna have some shitty weather, so.
Especially by.
All right, so tropical storm, guys. Make sure you guys are ready for that if you're in that way. I hope you guys are good. Fishman Chad, what's up, Alfred? What's going on, Chad? I did want to tell you guys. Oh shoot! Wait a second. What are you doing here, bro? What are you doing watching me, bro? What's wrong with you?
How beautiful you look with a haircut. See?
Hey, Joe, listen, you should take some advice from me, dude. You know, you clean up a little bit. The ladies might want to like say, hey, I want to give you your ultimate fantasy, which is what did you say that day? I want a family. I want to have kids.
That is my wet dream. That's
your wet dream.
My wet dream.
But listen, you need to start with a haircut. I mean, that's where it starts, Joe.
Make that much of a difference. Like, let's have an honest talk. If she doesn't like me at my lowest, she's not gonna like me at my best.
That's not true. That's not true. She wants you to go ahead and have a hoodie that's actually without holes, Joe. Joe!
Oh, shit! Damn!
Joe.
Damn!
Wow, I'm hitting too low? Is that too hard?
Damn.
What happened now, Joe? What happened? Guys, welcome to the stream. I will be in Hialeah at Powerline Bait and Tackle because they're doing a grand opening. Now from Powerline, it's turning over to Alamar Bait and Tackle. So if you guys want to stop in on Sunday, probably be there most of the morning. So actually, let me see if I have that address real quick for you guys.
I don't think it's gonna survive.
What was that?
Just wait.
You're gonna bring out the hoodie. He's gonna bring out the hoodie, guys. It's decaying as it's sitting in his truck, dying, waiting for a garbage can.
I think it's gone. It's gone.
Joe, listen.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
You gotta let it go. Listen, it might be a start. Why don't we do this on the stream? We'll make it like a thing, right?
I think it's gone.
You think it's gone?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not. Joe, you're a hoarder. It's not gonna be gone.
Oh my goodness! Look who's talking. All right. Hey, I'm not the only hoarder here. All right, bud.
I have a fleet because
you have control.
I am preparing for a giant storm that's gonna go ahead and flood the neighborhood, and I need to rescue everybody.
I'm not here, but you know.
Hold on, you didn't find it?
No,
the people need to see that.
Dryer. It's in the dryer.
You put it in the dryer?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not gonna survive. I'm gonna have another cup of coffee, baby, and then we're gonna go. It's not gonna.
So hold on. So Joe, wait a second. I need to find Powerline.
What are you doing? Where are you going to Powerline?
What was that?
What are you going to Powerline for?
So Powerline is one of two of my local distributors. Well, they're not distributors. They have hats of mine physically that people can purchase the hats physically. I wanted to have a north location and a south location. The south location is El Capitan South, right?
Love-
And they have everything, right? And Powerline actually just got bought out by a gentleman called, his name is Gustavo, and Gustavo changed the name to Alamar Bait and Tackle. And actually, he has a YouTube channel too, but mostly in Spanish, which he has some pretty cool content. He went to that, you know, that place that has all the engines and there's like hundreds of motors.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah. He's got a couple viral videos going over there.
is it like a
And what-
scrapyard?
it's like a scrapyard, but I'm telling you, like hundreds and hundreds of outboards. You would love it.
Oh, I want to go. Where is that?
I can find out on Sunday.
No, I would
It's
love
in
to.
Florida. It's in Florida. But yes, it's. Hold on a second. Where is this thing at? Why did they already change the thing?
I would love that. Are you kidding me? That's
It's
my
cool.
that's my kind of stuff.
Oh no, no, listen, it's super cool. Yo, what is up with this place, bro? I cannot find it. Okay, here it goes. 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 All right.
Hey, I want you to know
Wow.
the dog was really upset, Alfred, that
What?
I petted your dogs.
Yeah, you what?
That I was friendly with your dogs. He was really pissed. He was hurt yesterday.
Who? Pilch?
Yeah, yeah.
I know. I already know the magic thing. I'm just gonna bring an alarm, a fire alarm, and just press the button every time I'm around them.
You were watching. You're so messed up. You were.
I saw the restream. I did. That's all I have to do. All right.
Yeah.
Alamar Miami Marine supply store, and I'll tell you the address right now. Okay, this is where I'll be Sunday, guys. 7125 West 4th Avenue,
I don't know.
Hialeah, Florida 33014. That's exactly. Actually, you know what? Let me post that. Let me post that here.
Yeah.
7125. Yeah, because maybe some people are in Hialeah and they want to meet me. West 4th Avenue. You know what? I'm gonna ask Gustavo if he's got a barbecue going over there. I got some sausages that Derek from the food, but yeah, he left me a bunch.
I'm gonna.
What was that?
What time are you going Sunday?
It'll be in the morning. I'll probably do a live stream there, right?
Alfred.
And then send a signal back to Black Point while I'm over there. So yeah, I guess we can do a couple things like that.
Why in the morning?
Hey, I saw that you stole my idea.
Of what?
Call Fishman Joe and you're giving out your phone number and stuff. That was my idea.
Talking about? Hey,
Joe.
Yeah.
I do Chit Show interactive. I just don't do it on giving my phone numbers, right? Because these are my phone numbers.
Yeah.
These are my phones.
Yo,
But I do it through Twitter. I do it through Twitter so that people can actually come up and then they talk. Like, for instance, right now, if somebody wants to come up and talk to us, if you stay on here, if they can still talk to us, right? Through Twitter.
Yeah, I did.
So
I'm gonna do a weekly podcast like that.
it's great. Listen, it's a big difference when you get to interact with people, right? So let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
I love bringing them to the stream.
Okay, so let me show you what happens. Okay, so let me show you what happens because you're gonna get some really weird calls and some very, very interesting text messages if you keep on putting your phone number on the internet, Joe. Joe, listen, you got to think big, bro.
I've already
You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, you know what I'm saying. One day you say, FBI, we want to check your history on your phone.
Yes.
Like you don't know who's on the other side of this. That's the crazy thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people might not have the best intention.
You're right.
And I'm just telling you for your best interest.
You're right.
Good morning. I can't be on today. I have a lot of errors in my eyes, and my eyes are hurting really bad today. Teresa, get better. We're here holding it down. And yes, Teresa's in the house, guys. Teresa's one of our mods. Salty's in the house. Everybody's kind of busy, and we understand that. I get that.
I had to make a moderator on my page because I was jealous.
Who? You make Teresa a moderator on your stuff?
Yeah, because I was. Yeah.
Bro,
I didn't-
stop. Hey, Joe, get your own peeps, bro.
Hey, she was mine first. No, she was yours. She was yours.
I cannot believe this, dude. I'm gonna have to start cutting ties with you, bro.
Oh, bro.
Can't believe what. So, what else do you want to do? What do you want to have multiple cameras set up now on your boat too?
Yes, I do. I actually wanted to talk to you about that.
It's easy. It's easy. We can do it. You have 2 phones already. You have the hard part done. So what you need now, you need to get StreamYard. You need to get this service.
Okay.
So what you'll do is you'll go live on StreamYard from your phone. That'll be one camera, kind of like what I'm on right now.
Yeah.
And then you send a link like you would normally, like what we do now, to the link that I just sent you. You send it to your other phone, and then you click on that link right there. Boom. So you need a second tripod. So with the second tripod, all you have to do is from this main one, you can look. Like I'm going to press right now, and I'm going to change the view, right? And now, boom, all of a sudden, you just change the view. Oh, I want to go back to the other camera. I changed the view.
Yeah,
oh, I want to.
I got to figure out how to do it that I can't take up both of my phones on my boat. That's the thing, because I need to be able to take phone calls. That's
Okay. So in that case, it's you need to have a third thing, right? So
like
look, you can still take the calls. It'll still take the calls. Right now, if somebody calls me, you're going to be able to take it. But you can use a tablet and then use a hotspot from your phone to the tablet, go live on the tablet,
and then invite
right?
my.
And then invite people from the tablet, and then use the other phones as another angle or camera.
That's actually a really good idea. And
You're welcome.
Or I'll go to the phone store today or tomorrow, and I'll look into that.
Yeah, as long as you have a hotspot on your phone, you can do it.
I have mobile hotspot.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna open up a room, guys, on X. If you have Twitter or X, right, what we call, I'm gonna open up a space. If you want to ask me, Joe, you got some time to stick around or no?
No, I have to go walk my dog.
Okay. Well, if not, I'm gonna be on here regardless. Okay, guys, if you want to jump on Twitter, go to X and type in Alfred Chit Show.
All right.
All right, bro. All right.
See you later.
All right, guys. Fishman Joe in the house. All right. I'm creating that right now, guys. Studio. Record the space live on X Chit Show Studio. All right, guys. So here's what I just did. I just opened up a space. Okay. So on Twitter, and I want you guys to get kind of used to this. The reason I want you guys to get used to this is because at some point I'll be able to go live on Twitter. And then I can still even talk to you on Twitter. Right now, I could only see what you guys are typing in on the chat, right? So it's only one-sided, and it's kind of boring, bro. I want to be able to hear and see what you guys are saying. All right. So look, I got Mike Polish Chacha just came in on my Twitter or my X. That's what it's called, X now. And we're doing Chit Show Interactive. So if you guys want to come in, we can boom put now he just came in, right? So he just came in. So look, you see here, where is it? It doesn't show. It's so bright. All right, hold on a second. How do I do this? All right, hold on a second. All right, can you hear me, Mike, or no?
Yes, sir. 5x5, friend.
What's going on? Hey, what's the latest on your end? Are you gonna get a little bit of that weather that's going up there?
No, I it's going to pass a little bit beyond me. Baseball tournaments this weekend to go to, but I'm also trying to get some GoPros installed on my boat. I got a project I'm trying to plan, like everything, always 100 miles an hour.
Look, somebody just commented, you lost me when you said Twitter. Guys, Twitter is right now the most freely speaking platform there is on all of social media. That's why I want you guys to go on there. It was bought by Elon Musk. And there's things that I can say on there that I can't say here. It's just a reality. We got Salmon in here checking out. I don't know, Salmon, if you want to talk on Twitter or on X, right? Just go ahead and come up and request for the mic. So Mike, you're not going to get none of that stuff. And you got tournaments going on?
Yeah, we're doing baseball tournaments in Colombia with my kids.
Okay, nice. That storm seems like it came out of nowhere, and there's another storm in heading towards the Caribbean too, which I'm going to keep an eye on as well. We got Seymour in the house. Hold on, Seymour, if you want to come up, also request for the mic, guys. And when you're not speaking on X, just mute your mic, and then that's how it is. It's kind of like it's real time. This is happening real time. And what I love about this, look at Juan. Juan, did you get your hats? I want to know, guys. Juan's got like every single hat, and I got a message today from Jeff Rudders that he did not receive his mic. What's going? Hey, what are you doing driving, bro? What are you doing?
Hey,
Santa Claus?
I'm getting ready to drop a chit show on you right here.
What?
So yesterday afternoon, just after 5 o'clock, my phone started blowing up about an airplane incident over here at the airport on the island. So I was over at a ball game yesterday afternoon, so I didn't make it over here until later. Yeah, I'm getting ready to pull around here and show you this. There's a jet that had a hard landing. Either the pilot hit a runway too hard, or maybe there was a problem with the landing gear, the mains. But this jet,
am I gonna have a black Suburban in front of my house in 20 minutes?
I don't want to put it past anything, but
Okay, so this. All right. What do you know if anybody was hurt? I hope nobody was hurt.
No, there were no injuries.
Oh my goodness, what is this, guys?
But I think this was a flex jet. It's like one of those quarter share deals.
Okay, like an Uber on the water.
Right.
Yeah. You get your Uber plane.
Right,
oh boy, are you going to show us something?
Wait a minute. How can I'm trying to figure out how to. Can I switch my camera view on StreamYard?
Go to settings. Where it says settings, and then it's going to give the options for the cameras that are on your phone. Oh, look at Renee. Dinghy Series, Fuel Fun. Sorry, Alfred, I can't help myself. I love the Dinghy Series. Give it to us. Right. Well, I got better news. Because, you guys know that my truck has been pretty much messed up bad, and I'm not going to get it for at least, I think, 2 months, because that's how bad the impact was. I did get a rental yesterday, so I do have a pickup that I would be able to put the Dinghy Series on, but regrettably, I'm kind of hurt still, so I can't, according to my doctors, pick up anything heavy for now. So I can't do that yet. If she says we're good, I'm good.
Let me see. Now I need to zoom this in because this sucks. So
hold on. Let's see. Okay, guys. Right now, Andy Jones from the Menorcan Mullet is live at the St. Simon Airport?
Yeah, St. Simon's Airport
in Georgia, and that is not the F-35.
get close to the crash site outfit, but I did get an update if you're curious.
Yeah, go ahead. Why not? We're here talking Chit.
So I don't know if it's been released, but I know and stuff and in Charleston and everything. The Chit rumor is the F-35 ejected the pilot without warning and then crashed.
Wow. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You know, only because there's so many trillions of dollars, and I'm probably exaggerating saying trillions, but there's so much money that went into that platform or system that I don't know. Andy, can you zoom in on that? Can you zoom in on that? Like pinch your fingers and get a little closer. Pinch your fingers on the phone and see if it goes and it zooms in on it.
When I do, it just zooms in on my StreamYard. Let's see.
Mike is saying that the F-35 ejected the pilot and then decided to crash itself. That would be wild.
Is that zooming in at all?
No, it's not.
For some reason, StreamYard won't allow me to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever. It is what it is. So that came in yesterday. Are you going to film a little bit of that and talk about it on your channel?
I think I will. Get a little bit of this. The object here. I'm guessing. I'm trying to get out of the wind right here. The object here is going to be for these guys to get this, because that's no cheap aircraft out there, and I guess the object here is now going to be to get it lifted up without damaging it, where they can get the landing gear down, where maybe they can pull it over and start some repairs. But the airport's back open. Where it's ended up right here is it's kind of in the grassy area. And looking out there, it almost looks like, and I wish I could zoom in, maybe there's like some wheels that are completely like torn off of it. I can't really see what's going on without being able to zoom into this thing.
And David Bennett said, just take one for the team and go drive through the fence and go give us the shot.
I'm inside the fence.
No, okay. Listen, Andy, listen, stay behind the fence. You're good. They were joking around.
No, I mean, I'm a pilot, and I've got a little airplane here that kind of sits in a hangar.
Yeah. Well, we want you to still have it there. We want you to still have it there. Andy Jones, please get off my lawn. Thank you very much. Boom.
So this is kind of crazy. This is kind of crazy. As far back as I can remember, I've never seen a jet aircraft have problems like this at the airport. We've seen smaller airplanes with issues, and some that have gone down in the area. But this is the first. This is a first for me, seeing something like this. What's the value of one of these things?
Hold on a second. Let me see what Mike says. What was that, Mike?
I was just trying to see where's the response. Like usually you'll see response.
Oh no, he said it happened yesterday. So since it happened yesterday, the response probably happened yesterday. Actually, Andy, I stayed at that airport. Not at that airport. I stayed in the little hotel right next to it. What was that hotel that I stayed next to it?
It's right there. It's right there.
What was it called? I forgot.
Home to home or home.
Oh, okay. It was a Hampton.
Yeah, that's it right there. It's part of the family, but
yes,
home two or something like that.
Yes,
that's where you were, and you were, right there.
Yeah, so that's not far from your house.
No. Well, nothing's far from my house on this island. It's a pretty small island.
You're not going to get some of that weather, right? You're going to be past that weather too.
All that stuff that we're going to get from it came yesterday. It was just a little bit of rain.
Okay.
And then the rest of it's going to go well north. It'll be well north of Derrick from what I saw on the weather today. So.
Yeah. Those people that are going to be in in North Carolina, all the way. I think it's all the way to Virginia, somewhere in Virginia. You know.
Yeah, it'll get up and kind of roll up that way. Gee whiz, I wish I could zoom in. I could figure out how to zoom this thing in and show you some more of this.
Well, listen, figure it out. You know, we're gonna be here just talking smack. So, you know, I'm actually live now on Twitter, or X, what is now called X, and I got a couple people that are gonna speak. You wanna hang out and just listen to what they say?
Well, I tell you what, I'll come back to the. I'm going to get out of the stream and I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to try. I'll try to send you, email you some video. Well, I'll try to zoom in and try to email you a couple clips close to the airplane.
Not just do follow up on your channel.
All right.
Watching. We're subscribed.
All right.
All right, guys. That's Andy Jones from the Menorcan Mullet reporting live from St. Simon Airport. What do we got? We got Mike, we got Seymour, we got Salmon in here also. Seymour, did you get your hat in London? No, it's UK, right? Seymour, unmute your mic. Guys, we're on Twitter, on X.
Hey, Alfred, it's Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Please don't attack me for making that brutal mistake.
Thank you.
That Fighting Irish. You know, for us Americans, it's all the same, but you guys are like, wait for it. Don't you dare.
I wonder if you have anyone watching from Dublin.
Listen, oh, absolutely. Listen, I have people from all over the world that watch the Chit show and all the other stuff. Like, I'm excited now. I'm getting ready for the Fort Lauderdale boat show, right?
Looking forward to it.
Yes, because I've been seeing some stuff online, and I think it should be very interesting to see how these manufacturers bring out new stuff. And you know, I love innovation. I love seeing all the new stuff that's hitting the market, so you guys can salivate and you know, maybe get something in the future. I don't know. So you did receive your hat without a problem, right?
I sure did. And you know, the first time I found your channel was when you did that tour of the Miami River.
Oh yes. Oh, well, the walking tour or the one on the water?
It was the one with your son. That was the first one that I saw.
Wow. So that was the one during COVID. So yes.
Probably right. And I started following you from then.
Okay, so for people that don't know, during COVID, I got on one of my rib boats and I followed the tugboats, and I took my son Aiden, which at the time was maybe about 14, and I was driving the boat, and Aiden was actually filming the tugboats as they were working behind. And then the tugboat captains were like, "Yo, who's this crazy guy following us, showing us, right, or talking to us?" One day, I get a message on my Instagram from the wife of the main captain, Captain Norman from Hempstead Marine, and they said, "Hey, listen, if you like, we'd love to invite you and your son on the tugboat so you can see how it is." And I said, "Well, do you mind if I can film it? Because I would love to show my audience that." And then that's how I ended up getting on it. And it was an unbelievable experience for me and for Aiden as well.
Yeah, that was a really good video that you did on the tugboat. But there was one before where you were actually driving around the Miami River, and that's where I found you first.
Okay, so yes, so that was okay. So that was part of the driving tours and slash. There's a video on my channel that didn't get any views, and you know, YouTube will turn off your notifications, and then you don't get notified. Whatever, you know. Sometimes to combat that, guys. Sometimes it's best to unsubscribe and subscribe again, and put your notifications on. But yes, you're talking about a day that I think I went afterwards, and I did a whole full drive through that area, and I showed the Miami River. I think it's called the Dark Side of the Miami River or something like that.
Probably right.
Yes.
Probably right. You know, Alfred, I grew up in Miami. I graduated. I went to Miami Killian.
Nice. So that's not far from me.
Yeah, I worked at Our Better Hot Dogs. I don't know if you know where that is.
Our Better? No, I didn't hear about that one along the way.
Our Better Hot Dogs on 87th and Bird.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's yeah. I mean, Bird Road and 87. That's a major intersection.
Yeah, I've been there. I grew up in Miami, and my mom works for the Hurricanes for 25 years. She worked for the football office with Jimmy Johnson and
Nice.
Mellenberger. She was there for the good times when they were the best.
That's awesome. I'll tell you, for me, using my my platform for people like yourself that can't be here and they witness the differences and the changes of what's happened in Miami is pretty cool. You know, like it's almost like I bring you guys home.
You really do. I can't believe how far Miami has extended to Homestead and further south.
Oh, yeah. So what made you go to Dublin? How did that happen?
I fell in love with an Irish lassie.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Miami, I lived in Naples 10 years. 22 years now.
Yeah. That is cool. So let me ask you this. If I were to ever go down that way to like the UK, is there chittery or chit show content that you think I can go ahead and film that way without getting in trouble?
You gotta remember, I'm in Dublin, right?
Yes.
Close to the ocean, and we have a huge harbor there. But I've never seen anyone putting boats in. So I have to go back down and see if there could be a chit show there.
Well, it's awesome for me to be able to, you know, even ship merch that way. You know, obviously for me it's a little bit difficult, right? When I ship merch to other parts of the world, it is, first of all, it costs me always more money, so that's obviously a disincentive. But then I have to fill out.
That's why I sent you some extra money. I really felt bad.
No, listen, and I don't mind. I'd rather take the L and have you guys wear the cool merch that you guys support, right? I love that. I love the fact that somebody across on the other side of the world wants to go ahead and represent what we kind of do here on this channel, right? So that I think that's super cool.
Yeah, next time I'm over by the ocean or in the city, I'll get a shot of me wearing your hat, and you'll know it's from Dublin.
Yeah, that you see, I would love that. That's awesome. Okay, so now, what do you want to see? We got a couple months before the year's over. What else do you want me to do? What do you think that I've done in the past, or what do you guys want to see like me do again? Like, you know, I'm kind of getting a little bored of doing chit show, to be honest with you.
Of course, the boat shows are the best. You know how you can walk through the show.
Yes.
Everyone knows you. I'm amazed. It's incredible how many people say hello to you. It's so impressive. And now that you've got over 300,000 viewers, also.
Yes.
The river tour is always my favorite, and it just keeps coming up in conversations. But there was a lot of construction going on last time, and I don't know. I'd like to see another tour on the river personally.
Okay, so the I'll tell you where we're gonna have some very interesting content. It's gonna happen while we're live. Is and Andy, just so you know, I have your mic muted for now until you get to your home. I'll tell you, I think the Grandpa boat is gonna go ahead and open up a world of visuals that are gonna be a lot more comfortable, and we'll be able to explain a lot more. And that's what I'm working hard on, right? So I want to make that like a camera boat. because the dinghy series is very interesting because I can get into all these little small pockets of areas that are cool, and there's still a lot more to explore. There's those couple veins on the river that we haven't gone to. So yes, hopefully I can get back on there and we can show you guys those areas, and it should be very cool.
I'm amazed what I have seen, what you've done on the boat, on the dinghy series, and what I never knew about when I lived in Miami. You showed me so many cool things, and I've said to my family, you've got to see this. You know, areas of Coconut Grove and some amazing places that I never saw.
Well, listen, one of the things that I enjoy is when people come visit me at the boat ramp, and I encourage people to not just go to South Beach, right? Nothing against South Beach, is a beautiful thing, but there's so many other places to go and see, and think about it. You go to Black Point Marina, you have, you're almost guaranteed to see a manatee, which a lot of people will probably never see in their life. You might be able to see the American crocodile, which is very rare to see, other than maybe at Black Point. Or if you're on the water, they just saw one in Pompano, and everybody's having like a shitstorm because they saw one in Pompano.
Wow. In Marco Island, at the airport in Marco Island, Florida, they have there's crocodiles there.
Oh, listen, just not far off of Black Point Marina, we have a nuclear facility called Turkey Point, and
Absolutely.
and Turkey Point has a whole crocodile refuge. There's hundreds of them there. Now, I would love to find out who's in charge of that, so I can do a video of that area. There is a video on YouTube talking about that, but I obviously, because it's like a sensitive area, I understand why they probably won't just let anybody in there. But I would love to show, especially the people in the world, that America has crocodiles, and they're gonna see them for themselves, right?
Absolutely. It's amazing how people don't believe that there are crocodiles over there.
They just don't know. And what happens is people know what they know, and sometimes, regrettably, because people don't travel, they don't know. They just spew what they've learned to hear, and then what they think, right? So they think, oh, there's only gators in Florida. You're just an idiot, So I have that constant battle back and forth all the time on my phone.
I actually went into ChatGPT, and I asked it, when was the last crocodile attack in South Florida? And it was telling me so much about the crocodiles. It's something you need to do.
Well, listen, I've always said it on my channel. If I see a crocodile attack at Black Point, you might not see it. Or,
Right.
listen, that will make this hat. That will make this hat probably not the most sold hat anymore. Like, this is like the best selling hat I have, right? And nobody's gonna buy it if one of those crocodiles attacks somebody. So let me go see what's going on with Andy real quick. Let me unmute his mic. Andy, what did you move around or something now, or what?
Yeah, I moved over to the other side. I was hoping to see if I could get a little better view of the plane for you guys. And so
I see it. I see it there. Yeah, I see it there. Okay, so rehash the story real quick, because some people just came in, Andy. So we're right now in St. Simon Airport, and there was a jet that did a hard landing.
Yeah, this was late yesterday afternoon, and Alfred, I think this is a Flex jet. Looking at the registration number that's on it, it ends in FX, which usually
let's not say any companies because we don't know for sure. So
yeah, well, you can look up the registration number and it'll tell you.
Okay, yeah.
FX, that's a Flex jet. That's like a quarter share jet operation where you kind of split the cost of the thing, like you said, like an Uber of the sky.
Yeah.
And they had it looks like either a hard landing or the mains collapsed or something on the jet on in. It looks like the front landing gear is up. The front of the airplane is up, but the back of it is down, and it's obviously sitting pretty hard on the belly of the aircraft. So I guess the next step for these guys is going to be get something out here to lift the jet up to either drop the gear down or put it on some kind of trailer or something to get it moved across the airfield where they can start.
Did they report that on the news locally yesterday, or is this something that came in through the grapevine? And for those that don't know, Andy Jones has his own channel called the Menorcan Mullet, and he's a pilot himself.
This is I haven't seen anything on the local news about it. Everything I saw about this was on social media, but it's I'm sure it's probably going to start making the rounds for sure. This is a very rare occurrence, and this is the first time at this particular airport I've seen jet aircraft involved in a kind of accident like this.
When I was there, Andy, what really surprised me for the first time ever in my entire life, I had seen an old plane, a prop plane, right? But there was somebody that was actually getting those signs that they fly over the beaches and stuff.
Right.
And super cool how that is done.
How the whole banner. Banner business. Yeah.
Oh man, I was so fascinated, and the way he was maneuvering that plane was super cool. It might even be on my channel somewhere, because I remember I was filming that. I was like, wow, that's so cool. I was actually watching it through the side of my window where I was staying.
Yeah. And where you were staying was right back over there. You're right on the airport. That hotel is right on the airport grounds.
Yeah, that was me trying to avoid the Rona, and then I went up from there to South Carolina, and then my kids got it.
Yep. There you go.
That was probably one of the funniest trips ever, right? I had already had it, right? So I was like, okay, I want to see if maybe the rest of the family doesn't get this right now. I already been through this thing. So then when we go over there, we hang out with Derek and all that stuff. I take him to the markets over there in Charleston and do the sightseeing. Long story short, my little one gets sick. Well, she starts getting sick at the end of the day. We're leaving the next day. So once she gets sick, I was like, oh man, let's check her. And while I was up there, I was leaving Miami because of the Rona, right? Because it was like a wildfire here. I think it was the Omicron or whatever. So there's a lot of people getting Rona here. So for me, my time is important. So I didn't want to go into those free lines and stuff like that, and you spend 2 hours to get tested. So you would go to the actual stores, the Walgreens or wherever, and there was none available. So then when we went up there, every single Walgreens, every single CVS, I was just buying like tests so that I can bring them back to some people over here that didn't have them, that needed them, right? And then sure enough, my daughter gets it. So she stays with me in the room over there in Charleston. And then Aiden was making fun of Alyssa, my daughter, because she had got it. And then Mrs. Montaner and Aiden were in a separate room. I got them a whole separate room. I didn't care because I already had it. And then long story short, we're driving back home. It was the funniest thing ever. We look like the crazy Montaner family. I'm without a mask in the car driving. I got Alyssa with COVID with a mask on. And then Mrs. Montaner and Aiden wearing a mask because they didn't want to catch it. So people would pass me, and I'm driving, and they see all the people in the car without a mask, and they were wondering, what the hell is this family doing, dude?
Yeah, that was the early days. That was the early days of the vid, and there was a lot of, I guess, everybody, a lot of stuff was going on. People didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah. Listen, it was definitely an interesting time. I think looking back now, it's funny, like how, everything gets a little clearer and we know more, and and I just thought that was one of those things. And then once Aiden came back, karma hit him, because once we came back And mind you, they were 8 or 9 hours, whatever, how long ever it took to go from Charleston to Miami, with that mask on in the car, just suffering. And the whole time, I might even have stuff on my phone, but at that time, you couldn't post anything like that because you would be banned, or or Instagram will automatically, put like a COVID waiver or something on it, right?
Right.
So I never posted it, but I had some funny stuff on my phone. Um, Me just filming them and me without a mask, like loving life. Because actually, when I got Rona the very first time, I stayed in here for 10 days to quarantine so they didn't get sick. And then you know how life is, right? Everything bad happens when it's not supposed to. I have a huge flood in the house, like a million things that I'm the only one that could fix in the house happen. And I'm like, bro, I'm literally like now with a fever, figuring out how I can go ahead and deal with this crap. And now I have to fix this or that. Funny stuff.
It was
So, okay.
crazy times. It was certainly crazy times.
So, Andy, what do you think would cause that plane to have such a hard landing? What do you think it could have been? Could have been?
It, a mechanical problem with the main gears not going down and locking completely. Uh, I guess you can't rule out pilot error, but these guys that are in these aircrafts, they have thousands of hours in these things. I pilot error to me would be a slim possibility, but I guess there's always the chance it could be. I would tend to lean more towards some kind of issue with the gear itself, because I mean you can tell the front the gear on the front of the aircraft is down. It's just the mains on the back collapsed, and that's kind of where they are right now. It's going
I'll
to be
tell you what.
interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how they lift this aircraft. That's no light aircraft. That's going to be
That's
some weight.
that would be the shot. That would be the shot. If there's anything that if you're a videographer wanted to film, is them pushing that, moving it.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that happens. And then a lot of it, Alfred's going to be if they are able to get it up, will they be able to get the gear down and lock it to where they can maybe pull it over to the other side of the airfield, or are they going to have to get like a big flatbed or something and then put the whole plane on like a flatbed or something and move it? So I guess a lot's going to still to be determined. I'm sure that they'll, something like this. I'm sure that they're probably consulting with the aircraft engineers to figure out, where they can lift it from, and all those kind of things to minimize. You want to certainly minimize any damage to the aircraft that's sitting there.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be interesting. I got I got some things going on. Hopefully, we'll start seeing more content, and hopefully we start doing a little bit more of these lives. I'm trying to get my people to follow me on Twitter, or what is now called X, which is owned by Elon, because what's going to happen is, you see how right now I have people. Seymour, you're still there, right? And Mike, you're still there, right?
Yeah, I'm listening. It's on
Okay, you see they're listening in, right? And I'm recording what they're speaking as it's happening. But what Twitter is going to do, and I hope YouTube does it, is, for instance, if we're in this space right now, boom, somebody can talk to us directly through here, and I don't have to go like Joe and give my private number to 8,000 people that watch the stream.
Right.
And it's not that I don't want to. It's just you just can't talk or address everybody that calls or talks to you, right? Because remember, I have to filter out what's work related, what's important. Like, geez, I just got
your phone would melt. I mean,
your
phone would literally melt.
My phone melts now, and I don't have my phone number, like given out. That's why I was telling Joe, listen, it's a good idea, but you want to kind of maybe have like a different phone number that'll regenerate itself, so you don't have to give up your own personal thing. Because imagine I'm getting somebody that wants to do like random text messages and stuff like that just to go ahead and be problematic. You know what I'm saying? There's not everybody is good out there. Let's just say that.
Well, yeah. Not everybody out there is your friend, and then you're going to have some people that are out there that are trying to just they're doing things for themselves. Just can I get on the show? Can I? And then you have what are they going to say? What are they going to do?
Well,
Then,
listen, I don't look. If somebody wants to come up and speak their mind, I love, and maybe people agree or disagree, right? I don't mind that, right? But it's when people are actively just being malicious to be malicious. That's a different story, right?
yeah, sure it is.
I don't like to block people, but if I feel that you're just malicious, just to be malicious, yeah, I'm gonna block you from my channel,
Well,
right?
I did something yesterday that I've never done, and it's more of a preventative thing. Is I passed out some blue wrenches yesterday for some
Nice,
you know for
nice,
some, for some moderators, and
yes.
just more of as a preventative thing. In watching the stream the other day, you got people that all of a sudden will just pop up there and start firing stuff away, and it's really not the kind of it's not the kind of thing that you want on your channel.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of blue wrenches, I just tried to give Mike a wrench, but oh boy, since I'm on StreamYard, it doesn't let me give him a wrench. But Mike, I'm gonna give you a wrench. So, and basically, guys, as a moderator, like for instance, we can see what's happening in the comment section, but sometimes it goes too fast, sometimes it goes too slow, and we're engaging with you guys, so it's hard to see what's going on. Most of the time, I'm the last guy to know all the funny or cool things that happen on the channel.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to run a live stream and be constantly monitoring what's going on in the chat.
It's very difficult. Yeah, no, listen, it's like for instance, just looking at when you were fishing for the shrimp the other day. I mean, you had no idea what was really going on in the thing. You guys were picking. You had no idea, but that's what makes it interesting. That it's like they're literally watching something as it's happening right now.
There's
So
no doubt. It's that part of it. It's that part of like being in the moment. That's really it's really fun, and it really adds a different dimension to the capabilities of YouTube right now. Just being able to interact in that chat like that.
it's super powerful. And look, I came on here and I said, oh, I'm gonna shoot the shit with the keep people. Hopefully, let them know that there's a storm going their way. Maybe they can prepare. Don't do stupid things like running your generator inside your house, and have a couple of lights back up. But
Well, I talked about when we had the last storm that came through, and it's unfortunately it seems like every time that one of these storms comes through and there's power outages, you end up with having certain problems that reoccur. And one of them that you just spoke of, people that buy the generator to keep their refrigerator or television, whatever, powered up, and they don't think this generator needs to be outside, and I need to have an extension cord, not in the garage. It needs to be outside.
let me tell you something that I've incorporated into my emergency plan, and maybe we can talk about. Do I have it in here? No, I don't have it in here. Okay, but I have those battery banks now that are inverters,
Right.
and I can't tell you how necessary or how important that can be, right? Because actually, you know what? I'm gonna go bring one real quick so you guys can see it. Hold on a second.
Well, another one of the things while we're talking
Give me a second and go take care of talk. I'm gonna go grab that.
But another thing, just think of these storms when they come through, and you do have power outages. Power outages is usually related to lines being down. Never, ever, ever approach a down power line. Walking, riding your bicycle, in a car. If you see that, don't get near that thing. I mean, electricity, for the most part, is odorless. You can't see it coming. You can't smell it. And you won't know it's there. And you're certainly not faster than it is. Stay away from it because it's so easy. Just people with generators, and those generators not being properly hooked up, they can backfeed in the line. And that's not to say that the power line could still be energized. It's just not gone to ground, and you're not seeing it spark or arc or something like that. That line can still be generated. And it also applies to stuff like telecommunication line, cable lines, or telephone lines. They could become compromised in the storm and actually be touching an energized line still up on a pole, and that line that you think would not never be energized still could be energized. So don't approach any lines until the officials in the area have said, hey, you can come back, and the area is safe in here to go and do, and we're going to get your electricity turned on. Just gee whiz, guys, it's a lot of things. I know I'm telling people, a lot of people are going, oh, that's common sense, you don't do that, but you'll be surprised. And it's just a split second that they can cause that problem.
Okay, so let me tell you a story. Joe came over the other day, and Joe was like, oh shoot, I can't find the key to my hitch, because he had a lock on his hitch. And then he goes, hey, you got an extension cord, because he has a grinder in his truck, which is this, one of these, right? So he wanted to cut it, but here's what I want to show you. You see this line? Look at this line here, right?
Right.
Now, look, I'm gonna plug it in.
That thing's not that thing's not going to run that angle grinder.
Oh, it's gonna run it 100%. Hold on a second.
No way.
Wait a second. Hold on. I gotta pick this up. Hold on. Let me see. I gotta get a good angle. Hold on. Okay. So there's multiple ones. The one that I'm using now, and mind you, hold on. Let me move some of this stuff so I can get this angle. There you go. All right. This is part of my emergency plan, right? So you see here, I have up to 6. I'm sorry, there's 5, and it also has 4, DC hookup or whatnot. You have up front USB, USB-C, right? So if I wanted to charge my phone, whatnot. But here, okay, you guys, can you guys see that? Are you guys seeing that or no?
I'm seeing it.
Okay, I just want to make sure because, okay, you see here, look where it's connected to, because a lot of people don't think this is true. Now, there's a little switch on here that turns on the actual inverter side. I don't know if it's on right now.
Get out of here.
Okay, time out. Okay, time out. So, all right, we're gonna go and we're gonna do something a little different here. Let me see. All right, so we have one there. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? All right. You guys see this there, right? You see my little fridge? Wait for it. Okay. Look at the light on my fridge. Did I turn off? Okay.
You're not going to power up the fridge with that thing.
Well, no. Wait. I just turned off now. Okay, hold on a second. All right, so
What's the wattage on that thing?
I'm out, dude. Relax. We're getting there. All right. So, Joe, actually, I have an ice machine here, right? So, if I want to give myself a nice little cocktail while I'm working, I get my ice. I put my little cocktail. I'm good. That's why that's there. Now, I turned off my. Here is this is the connection for this one. Keep on look at the lights. This one actually is still. Hold on. I'm gonna put it here. All right. So you guys can see this. All right. Hopefully this doesn't fall. All right. Let me get on the big camera. Front facing. Is that wider? Yes, that's a little wider, right? Okay. All right. So this one is long enough. I'm gonna move this right here. I'm gonna move this one. I'm gonna put this one here. All right. Look at the light of the boom. You saw that light just come on? Okay. Boom. See this light on? Okay. So this just turned on. Let me cut this real quick. This so it reaches out there. It's actually wrapped up since it was new. I wrapped it up with a tie wrapper. Okay, so this is the actual power. Here it is. Now look at my okay. Because of this angle, I'm gonna see if I put this one on a different one. Because it has an actual ground, it's not giving me enough space to put the other one. But if I run this one, you see how my light is going back on? It's still on.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I get an extension without a ground, okay. If I get an extension without a ground, and I'm still on it.
Get out of here.
Now, I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can put on it. I mean, there's so much stuff I could put on it.
Alfred,
So,
how long do you think that power bank would run the lights and the stuff in here?
okay, this one here, my refrigerator at home, my refrigerator. I'm gonna unplug this. You guys can see this right here. Look how I'm gonna unplug it. Look at my. Look how it's gonna turn off. See that? I'm going back in. Direct, and then remember, this is my ice maker. I'm gonna put that back. Now, I'll program. Okay, so let me show you what it shows here. All right. So right here, you guys, can you see that good? The actual what it's using the consumption.
Hold the camera down a little bit more.
Okay, there you go. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay. Now look at this. I want to hook something up. I want to hook something else up. I'm trying to think what I can. I mean, my sign is not going to use a lot. Let me see if I got something else. I want to show you guys how this stuff works. Hold on, Andy. So there's different ones. Okay, there's different ones. So you guys know there's different ones, and this one is a product called EcoFlow, and it's a battery bank. And what I like about this is that it has a rapid charge, or you can solar charge it. So it'll take me about an hour and 20 minutes to fill this up to 100. I was actually just using a solar panel to actually charge it up. And then if I wanted to, I can plug my refrigerator in during a storm directly into this, right? Have it on. It's going to be at 100%, so it's going to pass through the actual electricity that is feeding this the whole time. So automatically, if the lights go out, it'll get the battery backup to work.
Really?
No way.
Yes. So then all of a sudden you're sleeping, you don't have to worry. It automatically is gonna take on. Now,
Backup battery. I know what you're saying.
okay, so now let me show you this. Let me show you this. See here. Let me see if I don't know if I have this one. So you can put these on an app. Let me see real quick. Hey guys, if you just jumped in, we're just talking shit over here on the channel. Okay. All right. So look. So these are some of the devices that I have with this particular company. This one is not even on here. Like I haven't even put this one on my app. So there should be a Bluetooth option. Let me see where it is. There it is. Look, I'm gonna press the Bluetooth option. See if my registers it. Look, let's see. So I'm just gonna try to find it real quick. So I want you guys to see. I wonder if I have to be on the same Wi-Fi because this unit is on the Wi-Fi that I have on my house. The Wi-Fi that I have here is separate from that one. And the reason I give myself different Wi-Fis is because if I do have an issue with this Wi-Fi, I can go home and work and talk to you guys and edit and do all that from my home. So I give myself options.
Turn the light off on your phone.
Turn it off?
Yeah, you got the light on the back. Never mind, it's off.
Yeah, yeah, it was on. All right, let me get into this app.
Talk about using it like at acreage, like for it's like a short power kind of vehicle.
What do you think is gonna run the whole dinghy? Not the dinghy, the pontoon.
I like it.
So,
No generator noise.
Okay. Yes. All right. Look, there it's look what it's asking me, right? It's telling me to press the button. I'm gonna press it. Wi-Fi screen is flashing. Okay. Reset device. Next. Go to Wi-Fi settings. You see, connect to device. See, it's asking me to connect. Okay, so I hope it doesn't give more information than what I wanted to. All right.
Boom, something happened.
No, it's just asking me to get on. Okay, so now I'm putting this device on in this space. Connecting device to network. So, okay.
All right.
So I have a
let
smaller unit.
Let me ask you a question, Alfred. Can you plug that unit up to keep it charged without it deteriorating the batteries? Will it charge up to a certain level and then
it'll
hold
stay up there? Yeah, it'll stay up there.
And it won't cook the batteries or anything. You don't have any of those kind of issues.
No, it's automatic.
It can always be ready when your power goes out. It's ready to go.
It's always ready. So for instance, I mean, remember that there's something that helps people, right? To sleep. And they need what are those machines called?
I have one, CPAP machine.
Okay. Let's just say you depend on your CPAP machine, right?
Sure.
You have the ability to just hook it up directly to your CPAP to this. It's going to work all night. The actual outlet is going to feed it and keep it at 100% the whole time. So it's going to be drawing from here. And then should the power come off, your CPAP machine is still going to work. So my suggestion, if you're in a nursing home or you have family in a nursing home and there's a scenario where you want to be overly cautious, why not bring them a small battery bank? This is a little bit bigger, but there's smaller ones, right? Okay. Damn, I missed the what was that, Mike?
What did you pay for this one?
I think I got this one like on special, like around $600. There's always different ones. What's the wattage on this guy? So I have one that's called a River 2 Pro, made by EcoFlow, and then I have two big ones by a company called Blue Eddy. And the Blue Eddy ones, if you guys remember when my friend during Hurricane Ian, I took him a Honda generator and I took him a Blue Eddy system, which is one of these but bigger. And then what we did is we fed this system that was inside his house with the generator and then powered everything inside the house with the power bank. So then at night, he turned it off. He turned off the generator, refrigerator, lights, TV on the power bank, depleted into about 17%. The following morning, turns on the generator, powers the bank up, and distributes it all over again. That was the play. Because what happens in a scenario of people that, you know, you don't want to go ahead and highlight to the world, hey, guess what? I have a generator and you don't. And I'm sleeping and all of a sudden your generator just disappears because there is no fences when a hurricane comes. So as if you just came in, we just started talking about a backup power bank, and I just wanted to show you guys. But look, you can put it on an app, so you guys know, and then you see that, and then if I wanted to charge my phone, you know, you can put it, all that stuff. So that is my recommendation, because that's how I came up, because we were just talking about the storm and how and what can happen. On my smaller one, I haven't really done this test on this small one here, but on my River 2 Pro, I get 5.5 hours of my refrigerator inside my home. Okay. And what I do, let me change my camera here. And this will be useful. Okay, so I think it's still hooked up. What I do when there's a storm, I want to do crazy and fun stuff for you guys to see, like when I was in Jupiter and all that stuff. But I also don't want to get the phone call, oh my God, we don't have any power, you know? So what I do is I leave everything prepared. I have the little battery bank already on the refrigerator. I tell the kids there's an extension cord here, and I have my own little system. My own little system is, I use this for my tools, right? I power, you know, my drill, whatever. But look, this has a USB charger. It's got a little better battery right now.
Now, what are those Milwaukee's? What kind of batteries are those?
This is a Milwaukee battery, right? But you know, I don't know if you guys notice, I don't like to be bothered, dude. You know, I like to have my mind as clear as possible. So what I do is I give this to the kids, right? Plug in your iPad, plug in your phone. While it's dark, I give them their own light. And here's your charger. Get off my lawn. Leave me alone. Dad already did my part.
Yeah.
So I have multiple of these, right? And then I have a light that'll go on a battery backup, right? Boom. And it'll be a light. You have one in the bathroom. I'm not even depending on any of this stuff for lights. Like when it comes to lights, I'm not even using my banks for power. For me, what's important is spoiling food, right? And just, having the amenities that's going to keep everybody from killing each other.
It
My
makes
friend,
a lot of sense, Alfred. And it's not, you think about it, it's not just hurricanes, but for people who live up north and have to experience ice storms, um, that's a
yes,
beautiful thing as well. I mean, when you think
you
of
can
the
have it indoors,
applications for it,
and you can have it indoors. So,
yeah,
so that system you can have indoors. Okay, a gas generator, I will never get rid of it, right? Because a gas generator is going to need, you're going to need to fill this up somehow. And regrettably, solar panels will work to fill it up, but it's not going to fill it up like a generator would, or a plug would, right? So it's just another tool to give you the flexibility. When Joe the other day came to my house, he was like, "Hey, get me an extension cord." I'm like, "Dude, that's gonna be work. I'm gonna have to pull that out from my box, get it up." I said, "Let me just get the battery bank and plug it in." Joe's like, "What the hell, dude?" And
I
he
can't
cut.
believe it ran that angle grinder.
It'll run a saw. It'll run. I mean, some of them are up to 2,000, right? 2,000
Wow.
watts. So you can put multiple things on them, and then um, even some inverter. Like there's a battery. There's an AC that they offer, which I have, right? That you can run it off of that, or they have their own battery to run it. So for me, it's just, hey, I want to get a good night's sleep. I want to have a certain space where if I'm sleeping for the next 3 or 4 nights, depending on how much there's power outage, I can at least be comfortable. Because there's nothing worse being in South Florida than 95-degree day and you don't have any air conditioning. It's just terrible.
Right. What a beautiful piece of equipment to have, and and hey, that's something you want to have well ahead of any anticipated event. That's not something you want to have to. Oh, I need to go get it. You can go ahead and take care of that and have that thing ready to go. It's charged. If something pulls up weather-wise, it's basically a non-event for
It,
you
it
as
is.
far
It
as
is.
like
And let
that.
me tell you, it's. I hate to say this, people, but when there's an emergency, they're not going to get to you as fast as you think they're going to get to you. Um, and you got to kind of be self-sufficient because I've seen it in a lot of cases. People are like, I don't have this, I can't do that. I'm like, dude, you got to kind of prepare for like for just a situation, right? But when we did it at my friend George's house, the kids, he has little kids, and they're already going crazy because imagine 80% of the time, all kids nowadays are on their iPad watching,
They're on a tablet.
whatever.
They're on a phone. Something.
So when I did during Ian, um, hold on a second, that's Mrs. Montaner. Hey, love, I'm live on YouTube. You want to say hello? Hold on, you're not. I'm live. I'm in the shed. You want to come in here and say hello? Okay. She's like, oh no, I'm in
Tell her to
pajamas.
come in. I'd love to see her. Tell her to come
Yeah.
in.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right, love. Well, I'm live on YouTube real quick. I'll call you in a little bit, or if anything, just text me, okay? Bye. Yeah, she is celebrating the fact that she closed on a house yesterday, and she's like, no, babe, today's my do nothing day. Yeah. Yeah, she was super excited about that, and as I was too, because now I could quit everything and not do anything anymore, and I could be home doing nothing. I could be here on YouTube watching Fishman Joe, Andy Jones from the Menorcan Mother, and the Food Boat. Let's go.
The
How's
world
that
would not
sound,
be the
brother?
same without you, my friend.
Uh, what was that? What was that, Mike? What were you saying?
I was saying the world would not be the same without you. Wait, cut.
16 here. I got 15 minutes, and then I'm done for the weekend.
Well, what time is it over there right now? What time is it over there, Seymour?
4:15.
4:15 p.m.
4:15 p.m. I get off work at 5:30, and I've been sitting around with you for about an hour, so I need to go.
Well, listen, thank you for coming up, Seymour. you're obviously awesome. Thank you so much for all the support. And hey, listen, we're gonna be doing this more on X. We're gonna be talking to you guys. So if you guys follow me, Alfred Chicho on X, you're more than welcome to come up. And I don't know, we'll talk and look, like I'm sure somebody today found something useful that maybe they
Flow too.
EcoFlow.
I'm looking at it online. It's 1,200 euro over here, so that's about $1,450.
Okay, so the one that I would recommend for you. Okay, so the Delta 2 is a little bit higher. What I have now that I just showed you is the Delta Mini. Okay, but the one I use the most is the River Pro. Yes. And the reason I like that one is because it's smaller. So there's, I think, a Delta River Pro 2, which I have. I had the Delta River Pro, the first one, and then I ended up getting the Delta River Pro 2. And when I go to the boat ramp and I need to charge all my batteries, that's how I charge my batteries. I use a small power bank. I have my batteries already charged up, but instead of having 12 batteries, I'll just use like 4 or 5 and then power them up as I deplete them while I'm working. So I put one, I charge it, and I can go. I even my if you guys saw on the grandpa boat, I bought a refrigerator for the grandpa boat. This Delta Mini is going to power everything on the grandpa boat, camera wise, and the refrigerator that I'm going to have on there. I don't want to have any ice on my boat. Why, if I can have an option to be with this for a long time, it'll last the whole day. And if I wanted to give myself the luxury of having more time, I just take a solar panel with me and I charge it up as I'm out there. Because when you're out there, and you guys will see that eventually on the channel, right? When you start seeing my whole system, you're gonna see, oh shoot, and then I can show you physically how much is charging, how many watts I'm getting with the sun at the time, as I'm replenishing the power bank to keep it going, you know. So yeah, I think that was awesome.
For you not even sponsoring EcoFlow, you did an amazing job. I hope you make you a sponsor.
Well, listen, I'll tell you what, every single product that I've purchased is something that I've paid with my own money. Okay. I can easily ask for a sponsorship because obviously of the content. Look, I got the air conditioner from them, hoping that I can do like a review on the boats. And honestly, I think it sucks. So I would never recommend that as a boat option, right? But maybe it might work for certain applications. But the way that I used it, I wasn't happy with it. So I said I can't recommend it to my audience that it's going to be something that they're going to be happy with. Because for me, it's important that you guys trust that I tell you when something is good or bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
well, Seymour, thank you for jumping in. Guys, if you want to jump in on Twitter, we're talking on X, off from Montaner. We got a bunch of people on. You're more than welcome. Ask for the mic. I see Jay just came in here. John came in here. Salty's in here. And then Seymour just finished up. Guys, thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Seymour.
Stay safe.
Awesome, yeah, guys. All right, guys, we're here talking. So Andy, do you have any worries like that? If you have the CPAP, oh shoot, the power's off. Do I?
Oh, sure. I mean, there's nothing like having the electricity go off and you're strapped to that machine, and then all of a sudden you can't breathe. And you wake up in a panic. And you think you're being smothered. It's nuts. So yeah, I'm already thinking in my mind. I'm going to when I get back, I'm going to order one of these things. Where did you find that one? Is that an Amazon product?
Oh,
Where'd you find it, Alfred?
well, you can get them anywhere online. Just type in EcoFlow, and you'll see the different power banks that they have based on your needs, right? So so for instance, like if you're a handyman and you need 800 watts and or whatever, like a heater. I wonder if I have a heater in here. A heater draws a lot of power, so you can use a small heater on it. It's gonna draw maybe 1,000 watts, like off the bat. But there's a surge limitation of like 1,400
Right.
watts or something like that, depending on what you get it for. But I think for me is the essential. Like for me to make sure that my audience is not interrupted. When I went and did Ian, what I did is I took my Starlink, which is internet that is in the satellites. For those that don't know, um, and then that internet goes to that power, and then I was powering it with a power bank. The guy from the Weather Channel was like, "How the hell are you live right now?" And I explained to him, "This is how I'm live." Because if you guys remember, when I went out of Ian, I was telling people using my Starlink. I said, "Hey, listen, guys, I'm in the West Coast right now. I mean, guys, when there's a catastrophe like that, Google Maps doesn't work. Okay." My friend, which I hadn't been to his new house, he sent me the address. All of a sudden, I needed to find his home based on my knowledge of understanding addresses, because Google Maps does not help. It doesn't work. It did not work. So, and then people that were 100% dependent on, their solar panels on their house to power their solar car or electric cars. When you don't have a roof and there's no power, that electric car is only going to take you so far. So you kind of have to look at all the things, right? All the problems and options and things that happen. My husband has seen them for 400 to 600. But yes, I think that's one of the many things that I use, and that's how I went live from Hurricane Ian, and I actually showed people what was going on, and then what they did. The Governor DeSantis ended up working with Starlink to provide internet in that area immediately for first responders, and that's what they were using to get the message out. What's up, Mike?
Question. So I got ham radio, and I used to be hours out. You got solar batteries charged with the towers and such. And ham radio operators would communicate, work with EMS, and help supply that. I think you're tapped into the next evolution of that, my friend.
Listen, what do you think is creating? What do you think is fighting the wars that are happening over there? All their internet infrastructure has been decimated, but they're using Starlink. So, and there's a big debate about that because you see, if you read the news and stuff like that. But for me, because of what I do, because I am creating content on a digital level, I need to give myself multiple options to be able to be here and say, "Hey, guess what?" So right now, if I want to go, it's available to you. That's right. It's available. So I can go right now. I can go and I just haven't done it, to an area where I know that there's no internet. Then I can go live streaming from that area and talking to you guys from an area that has no power, no live streaming, just with my battery bank and my Starlink. And I can say, "Hey guys, find me." And then the way that I have you guys find me is, what app do I use so you guys know exactly where I'm at? I use the what three words of. That's right. And the reason I use what three words is because when I'm in the middle of nowhere, I can give you guys the 3 words so you can put it into a map, see exactly where I'm at. So if this happened on my channel, what was that?
Say game it out. If they infrastructure. The multi-layered or different optic theaters. I mean, are they going to target satellites?
Listen. Let's be real here, right? If there's a real conflict, the satellites are going down. I mean, I would think so. But 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 at the end of everything, you want. I'm not one of these people that's going to say, put my tinfoil hat and say I'm not going out or that's not going to be me. But I do want to be able to communicate when there's something happening. If it's a natural disaster. I mean, things happen. Look, I would have never thought that I would have gotten blindsided by somebody who took a stop sign. I got wrecked. I got wrecked. I'm super vigilant. I drive like an old man, and then I'm seeing like this person take a stop sign. But I would have never thought it would have happened to me, right? So now you deal with what it is, and then now the same thing is if there's an emergency, you're prepared. Okay, what did COVID do? COVID exposed how vulnerable people were, and then all of a sudden you can't do nothing. You're like, oh, I don't got toilet paper this week. Damn it! I mean, we're gonna have to just use a towel. And that's when we have power. Imagine in a scenario where you don't have power, right? So, yes, there's definitely technology that you should use to your advantage. And I had this conversation with somebody yesterday. As far as we're going to have cars in the future that just drive themselves, and I think that might be a great thing. And I think some people are like, "Oh, but that's terrible," blah blah blah. But listen, what if you're older, and your younger, family members say, hey, you know what, give me those keys. I don't want you driving, But you know what, you can get in an autonomous car, right? That'll take you to where you want to go. In this case, it's not. In this case, it's an Uber, right? Or a taxi, how people would know traditionally. But if the price is so low, your dad's probably watching right now, right? How old's your dad? Andy, you hear me or no?
I can hear. My dad's 85.
Okay, so right now, would you be comfortable having your dad drive?
No.
Okay, but can he? Does he think he can?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Now, you might be in a scenario. Where you're like, hey, listen, I can't get him out to where he needs to be. How can he go to where he wants to do so he can continue having the freedom that he's known his whole life? Just because we age doesn't necessarily mean we should use or lose the freedoms that we all want, right? And regrettably, right, as the son, you say, well, the risk factor as you got an older dad, it's probably best if you don't do X, Y, and Z. Is that a fair point?
That's fair.
Yeah. So and those are things that where I think the future is gonna give people more opportunities. Regrettably, the point that we get from one end to the other, there's oh my goodness, you're taking away my gas, my gas car or whatnot, which I don't think should ever happen. I think we should have combustible cars till they're always needed, or until a technology comes that I don't have to worry about refilling from here to Jacksonville, right? Because for me, if you give me if you give me an electric car that'll get me from here to Jacksonville, and then I have to charge, okay, bro,
that's
get the job done. How get the job done? I don't care.
Be ready. Hey, you're going to be ready to stop at that point anyway. You're going to need a break.
Well, yes, and what's to say that the technology in the future won't let that car recharge itself as it's going, right? Using okay, so you listen. I do believe that there's people like Elon Musk that have amazing ideas, and
well, hey, let's talk about that just a second with the the Tesla power banks for the house now. Have you looked into those?
Same process of what we just saw.
Yeah.
The same process, same thing. The difference is that Tesla wall is plugged into your house. So automatically the power goes off. It's almost like a battery generator, like a backup generator, but it doesn't make any noise. Same thing.
I tell you, I have a buddy that has an electric vehicle here, and I don't know what it's like in Florida, but here he is eligible to kind of contract with the power company for a lower power rate during certain hours of the night, right?
Yes.
So he can tell his vehicle charge and during the off-peak hours, and he gets a reduced rate on the because the power company is still making the power, but there's not a big demand during those off-peak hours. So they'll sell that electricity cheaper
Yes.
than, say, during peak hours.
Yes.
Same electricity,
Well,
you're getting the same quality stuff. But if you had the Tesla power banks, this has always been in my mind, if you had the Tesla power banks on your house, could you program those to charge during those off-peak hours if you had that lower rate? Say you had an electric vehicle, you can
yes.
charge your power banks during
Yes.
that lower peak, and then use that electricity through the power bank during the peak demands. So
Yes.
your rate
Yes.
is
Okay. So Andy, there's a gentleman called MKHB, Marcus Brownlee, that he does phone mostly phone reviews. MKHB, and he has that system what you're talking about. He has a Tesla solar powered roof from Tesla with his power battery banks, and he essentially does not pay electricity because of his solar roof. And he broke down the actual pricing of what the initial investment was, how he charges his cars or his electric car, and then he sells it back to them peak hours, which is when they want it, and then he charges automatically through his app his Tesla while he's sleeping or when the reduced pricing of that power is being sold. So I spoke to a guy on an Uber recently, and I told him, how much money are you saving? And he says, I break it down once you figure out the kilowatts per hour, how much they cost, when they cost. Like, for instance, he goes, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's not the time for me to go ahead and charge my car. Because if I wait later at night or wherever, at whatever time, I can charge it and I get a reduced rate. And then I go, but can you just plug it into your house? He goes, yes, but you need a special charger, and it's not going to charge as fast as a rapid charger. So what I've gathered is that these people, instead of just charging at home, they find it easier to spend 30 minutes at a charging station that's one of these high power stations or voltage stations, and they do a supercharger, a super fast charger, something like that. So, but the question is,
right.
like, for instance, there's a Tesla area in Florida City, which I would be really scared to be out there at night, charging my car for 30 minutes, being a sitting duck, right? I don't want to be put in a scenario where I feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like a gas station. Like if you go to a gas station, there's an attendant. It's lit up. Not all places are not lit up, but I like I said, I would feel a little uncomfortable. So that infrastructure is starting to be built out now, and until there's an EV parking area, whatever, that's not gonna go mainstream until people feel really comfortable about that. But that video, I would encourage you to watch it from MKHB, Tesla roof, and it's interesting because He's a very techie guy, and he actually interviewed Elon Musk on his channel. And I do think I do think that at some point when everybody has an EV, then the prices of everything are going to go higher, right? Right now, the
What do you call this? The experimental phase or whatever?
well, I think I think we're way past the experimental phase.
But I mean, like as far as selling, as far as getting into the market, as far as bringing that product up, because I personally, I don't know. I know of no one. I have seen the Tesla power banks through
Mhm.
advertisement and through videos, but I know no one personally who has installed them into their home or business to power. I just
but
I've yet to
but
get,
but
and I'm
okay, but
wondering. I'm like you that the price is probably down now. Now would be the time. Now would be the
but
time to do
but
it.
this what I just showed you guys a little earlier. It's the same thing on a much smaller scale. The difference is that that's plugged into your home wiring system, so that you use your home as you normally do. You flick up the switch, and all of a sudden the lights turn on. You know, same thing. So now with the EcoFlow or a system comparable to that, there's a transfer switch that you can plug in a bigger unit. I think it's called the Delta Pro. Um, you can put a whole bigger unit and then adapt it to another bigger unit, which is mobile, right? You can make it mobile. It's still 60, 80 pounds, so it's not going to be something you can carry yourself, but it's not meant to. It's not designed that. It's designed for it to give you massive amounts of power for a longer time should there be an outage. I have multiple of these smaller ones because I'd like to have the ability for my kids. I can tell Alyssa, which is 12, to pick up this Delta Mini and baby, go take that to your room and just plug it in and press the button on the back. It should work. And that's
Right?
it.
It's the the applications for that smaller when you think about it. If you go to a tailgating event and you want to tag along a
We
monitor,
can
a
watch
TV monitor,
a football show, the football game in
you can
on the
put
Menorcan
it up.
Mullet.
If
Yes,
you go camping
yes,
or hunting, you throw that thing in your vehicle and you get there and you've got, if you want to run the coffee maker, you can do that
absolutely.
with no
Listen,
problem.
Andy, I can I I can go ahead and run this Starlink. I can be camping in the middle of an island somewhere, as long as I have coverage through Starlink. Okay, based on what I'm paying for, right? The service. I'm using the RV version. I do believe that Derek has the motor, the boat version. I'm not sure. I would have to ask him. Um, so based on that, literally I can go ahead and say hello to anybody anywhere. Um,
Yeah.
Now my live streaming equipment. What was that, Mike?
They're expecting to launch as many as 42,000 of the Starlink satellites, and they've only done, I think, a little over 12,000.
Oh, dude, listen. I'm gonna tell you. Wait for it. We're gonna be in a scenario. You know how many times we've been on a boat? I don't know if it happens to you guys, but over here, you go certain, 30, 40 miles out, all of a sudden you got no reception. And if you wanted to make a phone call, you gotta use a satellite phone, right? Which is, yeah, well, over here it's, like about the same. And then what's to say that, the day of tomorrow, your Tesla phone, which I do believe at some point Elon Musk is gonna create a Tesla phone because it just makes sense, right? You can have internet anywhere in the world, right? And he's going to bypass all the carriers because he's got a system to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. He's not stupid. He's not the richest guy in the world because he's dumb. So I do believe, yeah, I do believe at some point he'll have a Tesla phone or Starlink phone or something like that. Um, and for me, more importantly, is like right now, like when I did on this same tablet, I did a live stream the other day using a hotspot from my phone, and everybody's like, "Oh, this sucks." And they were right, 100% right. And I knew it was gonna work. But I wanted to see, using just a hotspot from my phone, how clear it could be. Andy, when he's on his boat, you're using only one hotspot, right? One hotspot to your system.
Right. That's it.
That's it. So he has very good connection where he's at. Regrettably, when I'm at Black Point, I don't have connection. So I pay a carrier multiple, and I use an encoder that basically puts 3 or 4 lines into one line so that I can get enough internet to go live at the boat ramp. And it costs me a ton of money to do that, only to just give value to my customers, or in this case, my subscribers, because you guys are like customers. Look, Juan says Tesla phone is already going on the market.
You know, are you getting a 2.4 gigahertz connection or a 5 gigahertz connection? Because the 2.4 is going to be wider and be able to handle a bigger bandwidth. So more range, but you get less bandwidth when you're at 5G. So
yeah,
that's the other consideration too.
Well, listen. I think the fact that I can, say and show, I'm mindful that the power of live streaming is very powerful, right? Like, I'm not going to go into an area using the live streaming equipment I have, knowing that it's going to interfere with the situation that's happening. So I won't put that scenario out there, because I wouldn't want that to be something that I want to put out there, right? Because I don't know what can happen. And sometimes I take risk, right? And I show you guys things as I'm live, which at the same time puts me in a scenario where people know where I'm at that moment. Well, listen, let's just say if somebody doesn't like Joe and I'm on live with Joe, they're gonna say they're over here at this side. I can tell by the buildings that they're on.
Yeah.
Andy, I just muted your mic. You're kind of like you got a glitch or something. Oh, look, he's on the Menorca Mud. Okay, let's go see, guys. Let's go see. Hold on a second. Go ahead, Andy. Tell us what's going on over here.
I just came down to the boat just to check it, make sure the bilge was dry and that kind of thing.
Somebody told me the other day that they have a system that alerts them immediately if their bilge is taking on too much water.
With what through the phone?
Yeah.
I've heard about those systems.
Somebody said, "Yo, I had to run in the middle of the night to go ahead and check my thing because my power went off because I was taking in on water, and that's how I saved my boat."
Yeah,
Andy,
I've heard of those systems, and I think you can monitor them. You can actually set up some electric switching devices or electronic switching devices where you can actually operate different switches and things from off of an app.
Yeah,
the technology is constantly evolving. That's for sure.
Are you keeping your live streaming equipment on the boat?
No.
Okay, and obviously you do that because you don't want to risk theft.
Well, no. My good friend
Miami, we have to think about theft. Georgia, nah. Well, that's theft. What are you talking about?
My good friend Alfred Montaner told me a long time ago, always keep your cameras with you. So yes. I try to keep them with me, just because you never know what you're going to stumble over. You never know.
You never know. Listen, the best camera is the one that you have on you. And I'll tell you, look, that when we went and we were with Derek over there, we did that video at the boat ramp that the guy was having a major chit show. It almost got 900,000 views. And at that moment, you were live streaming, and I was on my phone, and I was like, "This looks like a chit show to me, my friends."
Can I tell you the funniest thing of that whole show? Alfred literally got out of the truck and walked down the dock. He was there for 4.5 minutes And then all of a sudden, this mayhem started to ensue with the trailer coming off this guy's truck. It was just crazy. And I'm not going to say you're a magnet for that kind of stuff. All I can say is it happened. I witnessed it. You got out of the truck, and then pandemonium ensued.
You know, some people have literally told me that, like when I go to the boat shows, and I tell them, let's do a sea trial, and they're like, have you seen your channel? And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, have you seen the things that have happened while you've been on boats? I go, look, you know what I think it is? Because I'm on the boat, immediately people want to go ahead and push the boat to the limit, right? Which is contrary to what I want, because I'm trying to make it as far as I can in life, right? I want to make it to your dad's age, 85 and stuff like that. You know, going 100 miles an hour, you know, and all of a sudden, you know, you hit something that you didn't know was there, that could be a problem for me, right? So I don't necessarily care to do the most risky or the most dangerous thing. I want to show the performance of the boat, but I think when we get on scenarios like what has happened with the Sun Verado and all that, listen, the Sun Verado materialized because it was a rough day, and we were on a suspended console, which was air suspended, so we don't feel nothing. The boat feels everything, and then regrettably, the boat was strong enough, but the bolts on the motor weren't strong enough, and that's how that happened.
Right. What a crazy series of events that led to that whole thing with the motors there. That was crazy.
Well, listen. The good thing is, everybody's okay. When I do something, I listen. I don't want to come over here and pretend I know it all, right? But if I think one person can learn from my mistake or my experiences, I think it's well worth giving that information out. 100%. Even if it makes me look dumb or inexperienced, I don't care. I'm not here to stroke my ego every day. Yeah. Mrs. Montiner keeps me grounded as much as I can. Trust me. When she sees that I'm flying high, she will, all right, come back to earth.
Pluck your wings, huh?
Yeah, she clips my wings, and you know what? I need that. I'll be honest with you. I need that because, you know, sometimes I fly a little high.
We've got a little bit of wind going on down at the marina here today, Alfred. That storm is kind of impacting us. We're getting a pretty strong northeast breeze, probably blowing about, I don't know, 17. Look at the birds. Can you see this? Are you able to see the?
I see.
The
Yeah, I see them.
See,
Yeah, I see them.
they're all facing into the wind. They've got their beaks pointed into the wind, and they're just kind of hanging out. Nobody's really flying around out here. It's not a real pleasant day. All right, mute me. I'm going back to the truck. I don't want this wind noise to beat you up.
All right. All right, guys, and we're on Chit Show Interactive. We're talking on Twitter, or which is known as X. If you guys want to come up and speak to us, we got Mike from the Polish Cha-Cha on here on Twitter right now. If you guys don't follow him, check out his channel. And then we also have Jay listening in on Twitter as well. Jay, if you want to come up and say hello, request for the mic, and I'll be more than happy to let you come up. I did upload a video today with Fred the Croc. So Fred the Croc is making a scene, as always. And yeah, it's good to see Andy over there on the water checking the boat. It's Friday, guys. It's is it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's payday for a lot of people. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Alfred, ask Andy if you heard about the blue crab problem in Italy. What's going on, Mark? What's the problem? Like, let us know. Type it in below, and maybe we can find out what's going on. Or come up on Twitter. I'd like to talk to you guys. X. It's actually X. And Alfred Chitcho is my username. Alfred. Let me type it in. Alfred Chitcho. Show on Twitter. on X. If you type that in right there, what I just put on there, guys, you guys will see it on there. And like I was telling you guys, Sunday, possibly in the morning, excuse me, from 10 a.m. to about maybe 1 p.m., I'll be at Powerline, or what is now Alamar Bait and Tackle in Hialeah, and I'll have the address on the description later when I'm done putting all the information on this. So how do I talk there? Okay, Lisa, the way that you would come up is very simple. You just need to have X or Twitter, right? And then there's a microphone. Let me show you guys what's going on here. Mike, you're still there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. You see this right here, guys? Where is this thing? Okay. You see, Mike, go. Wait a second. Let me see. It's so bright. Go ahead and say something right there. Polish Chacha is going to be speaking.
All right, I'm off the I am curious about this blue crab. What's going on with it?
You see, but you see, if somebody would come up, and if Mark would come up here and talk to us, that's the beauty. Okay, now when you're on, you see, you would have your microphone right now. I have mine's open. If I turn mine's off, okay, you see,
I'm actually on two devices. I'll watch YouTube on one device and mute it, and I'll also have X up on my in my ear.
See, right now I have mine's muted on X, but now I just unmuted, and then that's how you speak. Okay, we got Tropic K that just came in on X, and guys, this is my way of getting information.
See Lisa.
Yeah. Okay. So there it goes. There's Lisa on here. Okay. So I'm gonna invite to speak. I don't have to invite you. You can request to speak. Mike, you know how to do co-host? Okay. Okay. Well, you'll learn today. All right. Okay. So okay. Normally, Randy comes and co-hosts with me, right? And what happens there is when we're on Twitter, they can speak and they can talk and all that stuff. So Lisa, what you're gonna do is you can open up your microphone. Once you become speaker, you can come and speak up and talk to us, and you can say hello, and then we can do that. Polish, can you both? Polish, can you be on both at the same time? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But what's gonna happen, main girl? What's gonna happen is you'll get the audio from YouTube, which is one audio. So you're gonna have to lower one and hear us from actual Twitter. It's about the same time. So it's, guys, this is happening as it's happening. Mrs. Montenegro, I don't know if everyone was aware of that. Yes, she is a realtor, and I'll give you some highlights. She has a very good videographer that films her homes. I wonder who that is. So, and I'd like to take credit on her selling the houses, but she's just good at what she does. So, it's all her, guys. But I'm the video guy. She's like, hey, film this, do your magic on that end. Leave me alone, and take me to dinner. And by the way, so all right, let's see who's in here on Twitter or X. And okay, we got Jay, we got Tropic K, and then Lisa in here. Polish is still in here, and then yeah, that's you see how where is it? I gotta figure the angles of these cameras. It's too bright. Yes. I've tried that. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I still got to figure out where the hell this thing is. Look at that. There it is. Wait, hold on a second. Let's see what Andy says. What happened, Andy? What happened, Andy? Sorry for putting you on timeout. Wait, Andy. Hold on a second. What were you saying? No, you're not,
right.
Andy. We don't hear you. There you go. There you go.
Hey, I'm going to have to drop out from you guys. Thanks for having me on today. Hey, you guys have a good weekend. Golly, this has been a lot of fun. Enjoy sharing a little bit of my morning with you guys.
Andy, let us know. I mean, we really realize you don't do much all day, right? You're going around airports, you're filming stuff, you go check on your boat. That's not work, dude. I don't know. I mean, we kind of figured that out today. So
Yeah.
let us know what happened with that plane. We're curious to know now. So give us some
Yeah.
info. I know that you send me a video, and I'll check that out once the stream is over.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that and kind of try to figure that out. But everybody have a good weekend, and you guys stay safe out there. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks a lot. Hey, thanks a lot, Andy. All right, guys, that's Andy from the Menorcan Mullet. If you just came in, now, so Mike, are you working now, or what's the story?
Yeah, man, I'm always working.
So this is this. So Alfred Montaner is contributing to that terrible productivity that we're having in the nation at this moment. You're not being productive, let's just say, other than here, right? This is okay. Uh, I X is telling me to grant permission. Yes, X is going to ask you to grant permission because remember, he needs access to your microphone so you can speak, and he needs access to I guess whatever permissions you need, video to. Well, I don't know.
Hey, I'll send you an invite.
Hold on, can't figure out how to talk on X. Yeah, look. Okay, yeah, yeah. Send them some invites, guys. And remember, Twitter, prior to being owned by Elon Musk, obviously had a lot of people that were more conservative, really concerned about it because they really couldn't speak as freely as they can now because Elon Musk now owns it. So there's a debate on, well, there's too much freedom and they're using it for bad things. My intent is for you guys to come on here and speak freely, right? And just have a conversation with us, right? And then hopefully maybe one day we can have it all on one platform. Hopefully it's YouTube or hopefully it's Twitter, and then we can go ahead and communicate back and forth. Because listen, if you're in a part of the country and you can give us relevant information about something that's happening, how cool is that to get information from people that you trust as opposed to maybe some other organization or something that maybe you don't trust, right? Fernando says, what's going on with the insurance company on your truck? Well, my truck is going to be out of commission for a while. And, for those that don't know, I got into an accident. Somebody took a stop sign and hit me. And yeah, it's been a huge problem. I just got a rental yesterday. And if some of you guys saw me a little flustered the other day, is because imagine, you have had this scenario happen to you, and then you have people just questioning you, and dude, the last thing I wanted is to get wrecked. That was the reason why I couldn't go live with Derek, which I felt so bad about Derek because he came from all the way from South Carolina, and we were supposed to do a live that morning, and it was a huge problem because he brought food, and it was a shit show. But that's what happened. I'm okay. I'm good at the phone technical stuff. Have to change something in the browser. We'll try another time. No worries, Lisa. But you're always welcome to come and say hello if you guys want. If you guys want to come talking. And I think for me, when you guys tell me exactly what you like and dislike or whatnot, it's always good, right? And I just don't want to give my personal information because if I give like a phone like this, like I said, I don't know who's on the other side, what is sent, and you know what I'm saying. I don't want that. Invite Ellie onto the show. What Ellie are you talking about, everyone? Which Ellie are you talking about? Let's see. We got some people in the chat. Hey guys, if you just joined into the stream, we were talking about earlier about this battery bank, right? Is it? I wonder if it's on. Yeah. And you'll see more of these later in the future. All right. There it is.
Oh, Eli, the one that was tipsy on the flat spoon.
Oh, Eli. Yeah, Eli. Yes, Eli. Eli always wants me to get excited when I see him. I go, Eli. No, people just let me tell you something. But you know what? Actually Eli did me a huge solid. There was a boat that was sunk right off of the channel, and then the people at Cito, or not the people at Cito. There's one guy in Cito out of that area that he's always like, I don't know. He's just he just doesn't want to be on the channel at all. And I give him the respect of not putting him on there. And there was a boat that was sinking, and they were doing a recovery. And Eli took me over to that boat, and I filmed it. And you know, he asked me not to put it on, so I did. But I also don't put Cito very, very little on my channel for that same reason, right? Which, if you notice, everybody is getting Towboat US. I wonder why. But all the homestead channels show those. So yes, I think if take care, Lisa. Thanks for stopping by. If you guys, I mean, if you're watching the homestead channels, was there somebody that I saw? What's the name of his channel? He went to Black Point one day. Man, what's the name of that channel, bro? Got a big audience. Forgot the name. But he passed by one day to Black Point. What was that?
Was it?
No. It's yeah, what's the name of that channel? So yeah, the guy he has a farm and stuff like that, and he actually has spoken about those things. But the problem is, you see, the thing is, like those systems, a lot of people don't know about those systems because they have everything in the cities, right? Like, why are you going to need any power backup? You don't. But like when you live in a rural area where you have spotty internet or something like that, you're going to want to have options because you don't have the same options. Like I'd hate to be a YouTuber in the middle of nowhere because the upload speed to upload a video is like 8 hours, 10 hours. You're like, dude, I mean, it's going to take me 10 minutes to upload a video from my computer to YouTube as opposed to 10 hours. I'll never want to do a video in my life. There's a $400 million gig yacht that's cruising around here, 82 rooms, a spa, movie theater, insane. Maine, I'm assuming you're in Maine. Hola, hermano, says Julio. ¿Cómo está, Julio? Aquí estamos en the studio. Do you see how big do you see how big my thing has to be so I can edit? Oh man, there's so many clips out here. Like all these are clips. Like this. You guys remember the video that I did with Joe and Aiden? That's crazy. I've had two towboats with the grandpa boat. Unfortunately, I used them twice, and they really helped me. Listen, the best thing you can have on the water is to have some type of tow insurance, right? Because you don't want to be that person that calls somebody and says, oye, hermano, can you help me? Can you pull me in? Or like you're already a scene. And I'm trying to tell you that. So because you can prevent that for 150, 200 bucks. You could not be a scene because all of a sudden things happen on a boat. It could be a new boat or no boat. That you're gonna bust out some money when you're on a boat. You're gonna have incredible memories on a boat, but you're also gonna have missions. And those missions could be memorable. In a good memorable or a bad memorable. 20 years from now, even if it's a bad memorable, you're gonna enjoy it as well. So just know that. Things happen on boats. But yes, if you need to get towed in and you don't have some type of towing service, you're gonna be that guy. And you don't want to be that guy. Okay, finally figured out how to do the microphone. Okay, let's see what Jay is if Jay's up. Okay, Jay, go ahead and try to come up. Okay. Let me see if I can show you guys. I gotta figure out how this is.
I'm gonna let you request it, Jay.
Yeah, if you request to speak, then once you request, they'll accept it, and then you can come up. And I got Tropic in here. Let me see. I can invite Tropic to come in. Invite to speak. I invited you, Tropic. Also, you could always wait on Fishman Joe to come by. Fishman Joe was here earlier, guys. He got in the stream, but I told him he saw how I look with my haircut, so he's probably getting a fade today. I know Joe, guys. I bet you Joe right now is taking a haircut. I'm telling you. What do you guys want to bet? Who was? I got 46 people. I got 46 people in the stream. I bet you he's getting a haircut. Yeah. Listen, look, I was woofing yesterday too. I'll be honest with you, but every now and then I tell my wife, I was like, hey, meet the mechanic that doesn't shave today. No pretty boy today, woman. All right, we got a request coming in. Who requested? All right, there's Jay. Okay, there's Jay. What's going on, Jay? Talk to us. Now, Jay, unmute your mic. You see how you have that little mute button on it? Unmute it. Press it, and so you can speak. There you go. There you go. Welcome to X.
I don't know how to work this thing.
Hey, listen, it's all a learning curve, and that's why we're doing this. It's gonna take a moment, right? Listen, just consider yourself one of the very few out of a few already who've done this that can actually give us real-time information and talk to us as we're live. And how cool is that? I'm so happy to hear you're on the show.
Yeah, that's very cool. Listen, I'm 62 years old, and whenever I have an issue with this phone, I gotta ask my kids.
But you know what? Now you can go ahead and tell your kids, look, kid, come over here. Let me tell you something. This is your dad. You want to hear me right now? Guess what my day started off? I was on X. I spoke to Alfred Montana on YouTube, and yeah, you'll watch the restream. And they're gonna be like, what the hell? What happened to my dad?
I gotta do the restream too. But listen, I finally got on a live with you just a few days ago, and I finally got my Alfred signature hat. You know, I really wanted the Chit Show hat, but it went too fast.
Well, listen, everybody had the same warning. I actually had two left, and I took them off circulation because on Sunday I'm gonna be in an event in locally, and I want the people to come who actually come to get those last two because I'm not gonna make any more of those, right? I did get an email from Jeff Rudder today, which kind of sucks because not his email, but he says, hey, listen, he received his first hat and he won the signature series hat, the very last one of the classic. And then I look at the tracking info and it shows that it hasn't even been processed through the United States Postal Service, and I'm like, great. Now the last thing I need is for these people to have lost the box at the United States Postal Service of this guy's one and only hat, which is the last gold signature, the only gold signature series hat, which I hope they didn't scan it in, and eventually he'll get it. He's supposed to send me an email if he gets it. But so, which hat did you get exactly? You got which one?
You had the signature Alfred, and the one the signature gold signature Chicho.
Well, look.
I got the Alfred.
Okay, so there's. I didn't tell people which were the gold or which one were the silver or the white, right? Because I wanted it to be fair, right? So when I was showing people, I basically said, okay, whoever out of this list, if in this case, if it's a Miami Fred County, whoever is the first one to purchase this one, you're gonna get the signature one. And then different hats, some had more golds, some didn't, based on how I wanted to distribute them, right? But for me, the gold signature is something that is very rare, and it was a way of me telling people who support me, you have a chance of getting something back, right? So I gave those people, and I sent it to everybody. I think there's maybe one person, and now I have to follow up with Jeff, obviously, because his package is not showing as it's been delivered. But there's only one person that I haven't sent to, only because they haven't responded what they want, right? But everybody else already has everything shipped.
Okay.
So how long have you been watching the show, Jay?
Oh man, I think at least a couple of years. I retired back in 2021. I had to get a knee replaced, and I figured after that I just call it quits already. I'm coming up on Social Security, all that,
I got a bum knee. I got my right knee got arthritis, and it's terrible. I can't stand it.
You get that done, man. I put it off too long.
Yeah.
I mean, I was putting the gel injections and everything, and then it just wasn't doing any good.
How did that gel? Because they told me about that gel, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just a fat ass. I'm sorry, my French ladies and gentlemen. I was like, I'm just being a fat ass, and maybe I just need to lose some weight. And then it didn't really help much, right? So one of the things they recommended was to put those gel. Did that alleviate any of the pain?
It did at first. It helped. It helped a lot.
Really?
I was able to do. I worked at an airport as a lineman, so you can, the guys are moving on the planes around all that. So it helped me be able to do that for a long time. But then it just wasn't doing any good. I had arthritis too, and it's only in my left knee. And
I'll give you my left. My left is good. My right is bad, so we can swap.
We'll make one good person.
Look, look. You hold me on one side, and we'll live together. And we'll be balanced out.
Yeah, we could be a three-legged man. Right?
That's so funny.
Oh, no. Get that done. I mean, you're young. You're still young.
Well, 46. So one of the things that they told me is, listen, you're still, I guess because they said that it only lasts like 10 to 15 years, a knee replacement. So the person I talked to said, hey, listen, space yourself out so you can, if you have to do it, use it later when you're a little older, and so yeah, it's painful, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna deal with it as it is, and So you've been watching for a while then.
You said you're fat, what, 6'5", 225, ripped.
Listen, the truth is out, guys. I'm maybe 5'10". I'm far from ripped. Damn it.
Super solid, I promise.
Yeah. Well, listen. since I'm behind the camera more, I know that people always want to know who's in front of the camera, right? And and it's really not so much about me when I'm actually filming like boats or boat shows or anything like that. I'm trying to show the product, and I'm not trying to highlight myself, but I'm letting people see and witness my personality behind the camera, and I know that intrigues people to find out who's in front of the camera.
Yeah, I love your format at the boat ramp. Just you show everything that's going on the boat ramp, but occasionally you'll come on when you're interacting with some boaters and stuff like that. It's cool.
Well, listen. I think since the Chit Show, that series, it evolved from the height of Rona. My goal was always from the beginning to put a smile on people's faces, right? And obviously highlight my community, right? I'm very proud of being from Miami. The world to see Miami, right? Like that. What's not to want to see over here, So we always want to welcome you guys to come visit. It's a safe city. It's a clean city. It's a nice city. And if you see people like myself that you actually know for a long time, you're gonna say, "Hey, listen, Alfred has gone here and done this and these walking tours." I hope to get back on my scooter to do some more walking tours and riding tours, and then you guys can see more of. And I think with the grandpa boat, we're gonna be on the water a little bit more, show you things on the water that are interesting as well, and just be able to engage with you guys as we're doing this stuff, right? Which is cool.
Yeah, like you, you, you make me smile, man, all the time. When I retired, I started watching, and oh man, I laugh all the time. It just
Well,
it cracks up what goes on at that moment.
yeah, listen, it's not hard to make someone smile when you go to Black Point. I'll just say that. I have a whole cast of characters. Like, I mean, I got a duck that is friendly. I got a crocodile that's somewhat friendly. It's definitely interesting. When I thought of the name Chit Show, um, you know, I was at the boat ramp and I was like, man, this is gonna be a shit show. And how can I name this without being demonetized on YouTube? Still give it the personality of what it is, and that's how that evolved, the name, and then the rest is history, right? We've been doing so many things, and between the Chit Show, all the boat stuff that we've done, and all the walking tours, the riding tours, all the cool different videos from my travels and stuff like that. Um, there's so many videos that many people haven't seen that they'll probably say this is your best video. I have people tell me that all the time. This is your best video, and I'm like, man, you have not seen 80% of the stuff I've put on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm just now getting into all your other stuff. I just watched the Sunk Verado like 3 months ago.
Oh,
And
that's a good series. That the Sunk Verado series, and we have that Verado at Carrera, and I haven't given it away. That motor is sitting there. I'm going to give that motor away. So it's literally sitting on a rack at Carrera, and I have to go back to Carrera. I talked to Al the other day, and that's just me not wanting to do the research and all the stuff. What I don't want is for that motor to go to a cause that doesn't help the people that the cause is supposed to help. And after I understood like certain causes, like they would say, I'm like, well, that's not really going to benefit anybody other than the two or three people that are running it. I want it to genuinely help somebody, you know. So
that's another thing I like about you, your personality. You're very giving. You work hard, but you're very giving.
when you restore something. I remember you were talking to Captain Lance about giving the what was it inflatable to a veteran. That was cool.
So there was a gentleman who actually with Andy Jones, that was here a little while ago. Andy had a houseboat. That was, what was it called? I forgot the name of it, but he had a houseboat, and I went over there. And at the time, I had just somebody had called me, and because they've seen me fix all these inflatables on my channel, when I first started my channel, they said, "Hey, I was literally on vacation. Somebody called me and says, 'Hey, I got a boat for you. I'll give it to you. You just got to go get it.'" And I was like, "What's the catch?" Well, it's upside down, and the motor is sunk, and I was like, "Oh." And then I said, "You know what? It would be kind of cool to show how it can. Maybe we can bring this back." And that's when I got Danny from K&J involved, and he actually started that motor after it was sunk, because I always want to show people what's possible and what's not possible. I personally don't think many things are impossible, right?
I know that about you.
Yes, yeah. I think like the word impossible is not something that should be defined, right? Because I think everything is possible. The problem is we're just not ready or to the point to make that thing possible, right?
You gotta commit. You always commit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Once I commit, it's a lot of work. But yeah, he fixed it, and once he fixed it, I went and I saw Andy, and I said, "Hey, Andy, let's go ahead and sell this houseboat even faster. Let's tell them that we're going to give them a free dinghy. If yes, and how cool would that be? Like you just got a houseboat and you got a tender with your houseboat. So because I didn't care for the virtue signaling or accolades of look what I did, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be like, oh look, I'm the great guy, I did this. No, I told the guy, listen, Andy said that you bought the boat. The boat is here. I can drop it off and give it to you at Black Point Marina, and keeping me in touch and let me know how it goes. And sure enough, he took it and he was super happy with it. I think the last I heard is that the houseboat got in a scenario because of one of the latest storms that it got in on the marshes or something. But yeah, I mean things like that. Um, I If I can help you, I know that at some point, if I need your help, I hope you would help me, right? Um, and look, just the other day, you guys saw it here on stream. I have a boat that I think that motor, Fishman Joe could use it for his commercial boat, right? Which more than likely I'm going to be on, right? Doing some videos with him, right? And I know I'll probably get my money back of what I could have sold that motor for, or that boat with the motor for. But I said, listen, I'd rather give it to somebody that I know can use it on a day to day. And at the same time, he has something that's going to be a little bit better than what he has. So, and I'm excited to see that build because we're all invested in that build. What Joe and what Andy, I'm sorry, what Derek has done, like the whole build process, they've taken us along. And for me, it's kind of cool being on the other side and not just being the guy who's doing the building and the restoring and getting people. Hey, what's the latest on the pontoon boat? Because it's a lot of pressure.
When you, Derek, Fishman, Joe, and Andy all get together, your interactions are great. I love watching that. Andy, especially me being an older guy, I can relate to a lot of stuff Andy does.
Well, listen, Andy is a wealth of information. So he just knows so much, right? And And it's always good to have people like Andy on your side to give you any information of, hey, this is going on, all that. So I appreciate having people like him. And look, I appreciate a lot of things about Joe. Like a lot of people could learn a lot of things about Joe. And also, and I kind of try to like steer Joe in a better direction. I'm like, hey Joe, you gotta tone this down a little bit, and you gotta do this a little bit. But it takes time. It takes time.
Thanks, man, Joe. Man, that young man, he need a filter something.
Well, listen. Well, we were talking about that the other day when he was realizing, how your monetization is affected based on how YouTube sees you, right? Right. So if they see you as unadvertiser friendly because you're very opinionated, then regrettably you're not gonna get compensated for the time that you put in onto the platform. Like for instance, right now I got 43 people in here. We have 300,000 subscribers. This information is not going out to everybody, right? Because the majority of my people won't be watching this because they don't see like a boat ramp image, so YouTube says, hey, I want to give the most value to my subscribers, right? So I know when Alfred puts a Chit Show video, they automatically click. So once you click, immediately it'll start sharing more of my content. But if, for instance, if I do a walking tour and you're like, oh, Alfred's doing a walking tour, I don't want to watch that. So you skip it, then all of a sudden, the next 2 times my other videos come up, you probably won't get it recommended. So that's why I tell people just go to my video section or go to my live. In this case, right now, a lot of people are not going to see this live. And look, we talked about the battery banks, which will probably be really valuable to some people,
Right. I was looking at that battery bank. I'm not going to get one of
Where
those.
are you calling from?
I'm in South Carolina. I'm inland. I don't have a boat, but I watch, the boating shows. They're very informative. Yours especially, and with you connecting with the other guys, Andy and Derek and Joe, man.
John, we're in South Carolina.
Sumter, South Carolina, east of Columbia, the capital.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm in North Augusta, friend.
Oh, okay, yeah. I retired from the service back in 2001.
Thank you for that.
I've been working out here at the airport for a while.
For your service.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I guess.
Hello? Oh, hold on a second, baby. Hold on. Danny from K&J. Yes, hold on a second. Yeah, I'm on a call. That's why I can't get you. Hold on a second. All right, hold on a second. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back.
The engine looked like he's having trouble with his phone.
No, he had a phone call.
Oh, okay.
I think he's got to make another call.
Got it. No. Who am I speaking with now?
Hey, this is Paul Shoptown, man.
Okay, the co-host. I got you.
Yeah, man. What do you want to say about what you want to talk about?
That young man, he's amazing. The knowledge he had of the Indians, and another guy that worked on the Dorado, Rodolfo.
Yeah, Rodolfo.
Yeah, those guys are so experienced about the.
And you know what? And that goes to and I actually kind of learned this talking to Joe or meeting Joe in person and getting to hang out with him now more. He's not dumb. Joe is super smart. And there's all kinds of different kinds of smarts. And Joe is smart.
Joe seemed like the guy that got the street smarts.
Yeah, absolutely. Those guys.
Yeah, he knows the thing. He knows the thing. He just need a filter sometimes, but that's just a joke.
He's like out. He talks to be listening.
Yeah. Listen, he was that last show they were doing in the
the shed where Joe took over.
Oh, well, yes. Look, when I was here, I was going to be live with Joe. We were going to talk. And all of a sudden, I'm getting the calls. I'm getting the calls from the insurance company and this and questioning and, and I was like, dude, like right now I had to step out because I didn't take some calls because I'm live, right? I'm working. And then they're calling my wife and she's calling me to tell me that they're calling her. So I'm like, dude, I can't even work now, bro. Mad enough that my doctor said, listen, don't do everything light because, I did get banged up. I don't know what's going to happen with my truck. But the collision center said it's going to be like 2 months. You know what it's not to have your truck for 2 months? Yeah. And then I just got a rental yesterday. It smells so weird inside there, so whatever. It is what it is. We're going to do the rental series, right? We're waiting for it.
And him being hooked up there. We were talking about him in the shed with you, and or when we was alone in the shed.
Oh,
something, and then Joe just dropped the F-bomb, and we're like, "Whoa, that's crazy."
Yeah. Listen, when I do my videos and my channel, I want you to be able to watch your video knowing that Alfred or the people that are with Alfred are not going to say something inappropriate that your son or daughter, which may be younger, you don't have to worry about lowering it or talking about something improper. My channel, I want to make sure that you can kind of do this, talk about things, and yeah, we can talk. We can be a little edgy, you know what I'm saying? But it's something that you're not going to say, I got to bring this down because there's kids watching or something like that. And I know that there's many people that watch my channel, right? And I never want to put them in a scenario where, it could be problematic, right? For like, I hate, like, when I take my daughter to school in the morning, I hate listening just to the radio or even stuff that I'm maybe listening on spaces like X, right? Or places. I don't want something that's inappropriate that I can, that she can hear, and I'm like, oh shoot, how do I put that back? How do I put that toothpaste back into the bottle?
I got to jump for another meeting, man. I do appreciate you. Y'all have a great Friday.
Hey, Mike, thanks for stopping in, man. It's been awesome. We'll do more of this interactive. This is, guys, what I call Chit Interactive. Big shout out to Mike. Check out Polish Chacha on YouTube, and that's who was here earlier. So, Jay, now you know how to be on Twitter, right? Or X, and now the idea. Here's the idea. The idea is to have multiple people on here, right? You mute your mic, and then we can all collectively talk and give different ideas or opinions based on how we see things. Because think about it. Think about me being at a boat show, right? And you guys are like, hey, Alfred, go back to that orange boat and check this out real quick. Or that guy that I just saw in the corner with the orange shirt or the red shirt is my best friend that I haven't seen in 20 years. Yeah. How powerful is that? You can literally communicate like with the person who's behind the camera, letting you see what's going on wherever I'm at.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And you did something with kayak guy.
Alex, yes. Alex Foguera. Ian, yes.
It was great.
Yes. Very powerful footage. If you didn't see the Ian footage that's on my channel, it's powerful stuff. I was one of the first people to get on there and show you guys what nature can do, and there's some people. Part of the motivations for today's video, what started me, is that I knew that there's people from in North Carolina and going forward are going to deal with some tropical storm in the next couple hours, right? So I was like, hey, listen, let's talk about some preparation stuff, and I showed the people within the stream what I do sometimes and what I think will help a lot of you guys. And that video that you're talking about shows a lot of things that I took personally from over here to help those people that it might be something as little as a valve that gives you access to, you know, cooking a steak or something like that. So, and there's a little thing. I think I should do a follow-up video now that we kind of introduce some of this stuff, and we can do that at some point.
Yeah, you know, are there a lot of these YouTubers that do something like this? I don't think that there are too many that do that.
Well, listen, I've never ever seen anybody do Chit Show interactive like not Chit Show, be interactive like this, right? One because it's risky, right? You don't know who's on the other line, right? And look, right now there's no latency on between you talking to me. I mean, the most I can do is go like this and take this away and then mute my phone and then apologize to somebody. That's the only way. So a lot of people don't put themselves at that scenario. And I use Twitter, and the reason I have co-hosts is that they could remove you and they could ban you so that you'll never have a voice on the platform ever again, you know, or your IP, you know, whatever IP, you can use 1,000 names, but your IP is still the same, you know. So
well, it's great that you do this. And what's good about the community you have, and like you said, you're very family friendly, and I like that about you. You know, listen, I spent 20 years in the service, so I had a mouth like a sailor too, you know. But I learned how to tone that down now that I'm civilian. You know, you can't be acting like that out there. You know?
Well, you got to have a conversation with Fishman Joe then.
we got to do an intervention.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, but listen, I'm gonna run because I gotta actually make that phone call. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for everybody who participated in on X. And if you're on X and you want to actually see the visual side of this, go to my YouTube channel, Alfred Montaner, on YouTube, and you can see the whole. See, what's going to happen now is people on Twitter are going to listen to this, what they would consider a podcast, as opposed to visually seeing what happened. But now, because we have both together, I'm using two platforms, it gives more value to the whole thing because they're visually seeing now everything we're talking about and hearing it as well, and then getting feedback from people like yourself.
Well, this was a lot of fun, Alfred. It was fun talking with you, man. We'll do it again.
Thanks a lot, Jay. Take care. All right, guys. Alfred Montaner making a scene as always. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And go watch today's video if you haven't. And I put a video of Fred came to town. He looks bigger than ever. And I don't know. Wait for it. Sunday, I will be at, let me see if I have the address here one more time before I get out of here. Okay. Alamar Miami Marine. And that's the name of the place. It's 7125 West 4th Avenue, Hialeah, Florida, 3314. I will have 2 hats, signature series hats. They also will have other hats, right? Because they carry our hats, guys. But if you guys want to meet me, we might even go live from there. And maybe we'll do like a dual live that we go live from there and then go live at the boat ramp at the same time. We'll figure it out. But yes, you guys are awesome. Smash that like on the way out. If you haven't smashed the like yet, do it. And you guys have a great night. All right. Enjoy your weekend. Alfred Montaner is out of here. Bam.